Listen, this video is going to be for people on their weight loss journey who don't know why they're not able to lose the weight. I'm going to explain to you a few reasons why you're not losing weight right now, right? You're not losing the weight because you think you're eating in a calorie deficit and you're really not. It's just that simple. You think you're eating in a calorie deficit and you're not. One thing that you can do right now, I'm going to echo this for good right now, like forever, bro. Your meats, bro. You're eating too much fatty meats. I'm telling you right now, you're eating too many. Your carbs are probably good. Your fiber is always going to be good because you can eat unlimited fiber, in my opinion. And you can eat unlimited vegetables, things like that. You can eat that in a way that it doesn't matter. You can eat all that shit all day. Your body's not going to hold on to that. Your body's going to hold on to the fatty meats, bro. The fatty meats, bro. The fatty meats. Because what I was able to realize for myself, and this is my opinion, this is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Understand that certain things, their calories matter, but understand that it's more about how dense the food is, right? The density of the food, meaning that if you're not insulin sensitive, meaning that if you're overweight and you have an insulin insensitivity, meaning that your body's not necessarily utilizing nutrition right, and you eat something like pork or you eat something like beef, what's actually happening in your body, and once again, I'm not a doctor, but from my experience, what's happening is your body's not utilizing the food right. So when you're eating these denser foods, your body isn't going to be able to digest it. Even if the calories are within the calorie deficit, you're still going to see what's going on. You need to get your body ready to pulverize the food properly. So you go online, you see somebody, he's shredded and he's eating a steak. Shredded guy, eating steak and broccoli and mashed potatoes and fruit, and he's like eating a full course meal, right? And he's good. He's shredded. He's shredded though. So it's going to be a different type of experience for him than it is for you. Because if you start dieting today and you eat that same meal he's eating for the next month, you might not even lose weight. You might not lose weight. Period. You might not, because I've done that. I've looked at people online. I've copied their diets and their meal plan. They're on a different level of dieting. Some of these bodybuilders are eating 6,000 calories a day, bro. They're eating 5,000, 4,000 a day, and they're getting shredded off that shit. Don't copy these dudes. Don't copy the bodybuilders, bro. Don't copy these dudes. Yo ass, you gonna have to fucking eat a way different diet first to get your body back into a situation where it's insulin sensitive again. Then you can maybe introduce more of the heavier, dense meats, the fatty meats. Then you can do that. So when you go online, you hear people talking about, oh yeah, eating a calorie deficit, do whatever you want to do. No. Don't do that yet, bro. In my opinion, the best thing that you can do right now is eat something like tuna or a light, lean meat type of fish, and then eat, or you can even eat chicken breast. Only chicken breast. Chicken breast. Not chicken. Chicken breast. The leanest cut of the chicken. Always keep that in mind. People don't say that. They always say, well, eat your chicken and rice. You got to eat the lean meats, bro. Lean meat. You can eat the salmon, which is kind of fattier, but you can still eat that because it's not as dense as something like beef. Right? It's not as dense. It's not harder to break down for your... See, it's about how effective is your body working at breaking down the food, too. You can't just think about calories in, calories out sometimes, especially if you're overweight to the degree that your body's not even... You're malnourished, bro. Most obese people are literally malnourished. That's just facts. Your body's not utilizing that food, bro. That's why it's all stuck all over you and gunky. You're all gunky and your body's not, you're not feeding the body right now. You're not, bro. Very small amount of the food that you're eating is going to back into the actual regenerative aspect of your body in what you're needing right now. Just not doing that. So I would recommend for anybody who is like myself, morbidly obese by the BMI standards, right? Meaning that if you're over 30% or 30 BMI or 32 BMI, you're morbidly obese. I was 265 at 5'9", 5'10". 265, bro, and I'm down to 194 now. Yeah, 70 plus pounds. Yeah, I did that because I was able to understand what I was doing wrong and adjust. I wasn't just quitting when I felt like, oh, I'm not losing the weight. And it took me a minute to start to really see some progress, dog. I lost the weight in under a year though, but it did take me a minute before I was able to start seeing the scale move, right? Because the scale wasn't moving how I wanted to, and I was getting upset, and I was like, what's going on? But what I was doing was I was eating beef twice a day. Don't do that. Don't eat beef twice a day. Don't do that, bro. I wouldn't even eat certain meats, period, twice a day. If you're going to eat meat twice a day, only eat fish twice a day. Don't eat beef twice a day because you're not going to lose the weight. Don't go, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. I used to see these guys, bro, and they would be shredded. They would eat a pound of beef a day, bro. They would eat a pound of beef and they would be shredded. And I was copying that shit. Wasn't losing weight, bro. It wasn't working. It wasn't working. You got to eat the leaner meats, man. Right? Stop copying these dudes online. Stop trying to... No, you're not them. You're not shredded yet. Once you get shredded, then maybe you can do that. But I'm still not going to do that shit, to be honest with you. Because I know I'm going to gain the weight back if I start doing that shit. I already know I'm going to gain the weight back because my body it holds weight differently. Everybody holds weight differently, bro. I've seen a guy at 205 jacked. I wasn't jacked at 205, but I could still bench over 300 pounds. I had the muscle mass. I have the muscle mass. I could still do over 50 push-ups in one sitting. I squat all day, every day. I jump squat all day. So we're the same height, though. See, the muscle, the BMI, how you digest food, how you look with your body weight, it's going to be different from everybody. It's going to be different from everybody, dog. Don't try to copy somebody online per se, bro. But if you're going to copy somebody online, make sure you're going to utilize something that's been done by a person with your body type. Don't go look up the shredded guys and be like, let me copy their diets. Oh yeah, let me copy. No, bro, because those guys can eat 4,000 calories a couple of days out of the week and be good. And they're doing that. They're eating like 4,000 sometimes during the week, and they're still staying sub 10% or 15% below body fat, bro. Stop listening to them people, man. Stop listening to them dudes, man. If you're over 30 BMI, if you're 270 to 300 and you're not that tall, or even if you're tall and you're overweight, bro, get on a diet plan where you're eating lower dense food, which are going to be whole foods, high nutrition. But they're lower dense, meaning that your body has an easier time digesting something like fish and rice and beans and spinach and plantains, versus digesting something like beef and corn and all these different things that are like not necessarily good for the body and are really heavy. Corn's really not that heavy, but it's just something that I think that they use it for feeding for feeding livestock. So you don't want to eat that. They feed, like, that's what livestock eat, and they get all fat and shit, right? Don't eat that shit, right? Eat something that's going to be a whole food for the body, not as dense, and you'll lose that weight, bro. In 3 months, you'll see, you'll lose about 30 pounds in 3 months. If you do what I'm telling you to do right now, you'll lose about 30 pounds in 3 months. Facts. It's that simple. You'll lose 30 pounds in 3. If you can do what I'm telling you to do right now, you will lose 30 pounds in 3 months. Okay? Facts. Peace.